let me say, as a sensitive girly, it was really a challenge to watch this film. This is the second film of 4 films I watched last week, and this time I watched a horror. So welcome back to Popcorn Curriculum. Let me take my notes. The substance. I think during the first 20 or so minutes of this film, I was really loving it. And that's only because the horror part started way later. First of all, this intro shot, it instantly captured my attention. Like visually, this film was so strong. They did so many cool shots. I really loved the bright colors and the shots in the hallway. I think throughout the entire film they used a lot of visual storytelling, which again is something I don't do enough in my films at the moment. I do usually have like specific styles or mood boards I make beforehand, but with that I usually focus on visuals and not as much on storytelling within those visuals. The fact that in the beginning you have these really serene shots of Demi Moore, but then when she overhears the producer talking on the phone, or when he's eating these shrimps in a very nasty way, you have all of these very wide angle close-up shots. They use a lot of audio to go with that, and that was just such an interesting way to see how they use that visual storytelling to really go deeper into that character's mind. But then after that first initial like 20 minutes or so, the horror part really started. As you can see in the videos, I didn't always look at my screen, but that's just a me thing. I'm just a little bit too sensitive to watch horror, which is why I don't usually gravitate towards horror films. But I really loved Demi Moore's and Margaret Qualley's performances. Oh my god, Margaret, I first saw her in Maid, and then seeing this, her range is so wide. I love her as an actress. I love seeing her as more of a Barbie type in this, so I really liked her performance here as well. So my main takeaways for this film are I can do much more with my visual storytelling and not just depend on my actors to perform it in a way that is clear to the viewer. And then an interesting one is also don't be shy to use nudity. I think they used it a lot here, maybe a little too much for my liking, but I think it's so cool that these actors really gave away their body to the screen in this way and performed in such honest and raw scenes. I really like that. And then lastly, because this was more of a sci-fi horror, I think they used a lot of really cool set design choices, like a very messy kitchen or a very messy apartment. I think I can go so much further into that and really work together with my art director more in the pre-production stage of my film. It was a very interesting experience. I would not recommend watching this film if you're not into horror, but I do think I learned a lot from it, which was the goal initially with this